seconds.
Here we come. As soon as I find the link.
Are we unmuted?
Yes,
I
we've
don't
been
know. I cannot
unmuted
hear
this
you.
whole time. But we weren't streaming.
Like, cool, they go.
We are back for our after show with the wonderful Jem as our host for tonight. Take it away, Jem.
Woohoo!
Woo! After shows. So we, this awesome group, just played our 4th episode of Frostmaiden, hosted and DM'd by the wonderful Peter. And we're going to go ahead and just do some roundtable about how we felt about that episode. And I've got some fun questions for everyone. And we also got our first guest star with the lovely Sarah playing Rhea. So that was exciting as well. So yeah, we'll go ahead and just start in a circle. We'll start off with Yara, Steph playing Yara. How did you feel about the session?
I feel like it was good. There was a lot of fun RP, and there were some things that I'm like, I'm not sure what this is about, and trying to put the pieces together since I missed last week, and putting the pieces together of, okay, what do I know, what do I not know? That's always really interesting. And then of course, like, I've got secret stuff going. This is the first game I've ever played where there are like secret chats going on about things.
Oh, nice. Yeah, you. I mean, you did really well. Your role play was chef's kiss. So good.
Yeah.
You can throw it to whoever you want.
Okay. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo, Tallulah.
Oh.
Ding.
Well, a few interesting informations that I came across. One, Tallulah was very embarrassed that she didn't pick up on the fact that it was a secret that they're going to get Quan. Did not pick up on this. She was like, I think she was, I remember rolling for it. I had a note that I knew she didn't know. So I was like, okay, well, she wouldn't hide it. She would ask. Because she really doesn't want to be any more time with whoever this Quan is that she needs to. So bringing her back for her was like pushing it. So yes, now being randomly attacked and almost dying to a needle, she's concerned.
Don't mess with those knitting needles.
Scary.
Yeah. And she's more worried, like, she's not so tense that there's someone after her. She's more worried that she doesn't know why.
Super fair. It's like
I know
the whole.
why. She
It's
knows.
like the whole scary part of like the first couple times you play D&D is like the why. Why are we doing this? Why are we all together? Why is that happening? Why are you talking about that? But
yes, pretty much.
part of the fun.
I will pass it to our guest, Aria.
Well, it's the first interesting session for me to join a part of. Yeah.
A lot of stuff happened.
Yeah, a lot of stuff happened.
Did you have fun?
Yeah, I had fun.
That's good. I'm glad that we didn't scare you.
Me.
I'm glad we didn't scare you away.
I still have my death to do, so you haven't scared me away.
It's exciting.
If she dies.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pass it over to Theron.
All right. So I was actually pretty excited because today I feel like I'm starting to be able to show a little bit more of the other side of Terrence's personality. So it's a little bit different than the beginning. You see only the fighter and the survival instinct side of Terrence, but about the other side, the social interaction in cities and so forth. So it's, and after having that WWE match brawl last week, it's actually a pretty interesting shift to do. So,
Yeah, that's awesome.
I will pass it to Elikan.
definitely disappointed in the lack of wrestling in this episode. He went from duking out and doing
So
awesome
happy that he
poses.
shook someone to death.
Yeah.
But that was very interesting.
I've seen a trend of you killing people every single episode.
Had
I
a
was the
glorious
person,
trial
though.
by combat.
Yeah. This is like the opposite. This was just him. He barely touched the woman and she just went the snap like glass.
You don't know your own strength, Goliath.
I guess not.
Apparently, especially when it comes to
These
someone
humans be
trying to
really-
kill his friends.
Really brittle.
Rough.
Okay, so for me, what I found interesting, okay, there's a lot of intrigue in there. There was Tallulah, her reaction to Theron, like secrets, like what secret you tell me, what are you talking about? That was very interesting. Illican kind of also find it, but at the same, it was more like, is she okay? She didn't want information from her. He's like, are you alright? Is it going to be a problem? Okay. Yeah. And then I found it also very interesting that, what's it called? That we, the development of it, like, so we did the trial by combat, we went to Rinchanda, got Quan, and then we have, again, Tallulah's got this whole, it's like a shadow over her, basically. It's interesting to see to what lengths this is going to go. Is it going to just overshadow her every step of the way? How is it going to impact everyone's interactions? Because I guess a lot of people don't trust her like Illican trusts her. She's still, to them, she was just a prisoner they found. So it's like, why are these people after you? What trouble are we in? Kind of, could lead to many of these questions. So I thought that was the most significant part of it. But yeah, I was very disappointed there was no wrestling, Peter. You should have let me wrestle the old woman, not just...
Lots of moving parts, but no wrestling.
And how did
Too
Vanderbilt
strong
feel?
woman.
Yeah. No, how did you feel, Peter?
Me? Well,
Yeah.
I've been looking forward to having an old lady attack Tallulah since we started.
Yes, I knew
to look
this
forward
was
to.
coming. I knew this was coming. That wasn't a surprise.
And I'm surprised that no one has figured out who the other assassin is yet, but we'll see. Or I could just be messing with you. And I enjoyed it very much. What I enjoyed the most was that I barely had to talk. Y'all just run with it.
We went. Nice. Well,
I would have liked to hear Jem and Yara sing, but couldn't hear Yara. So
I gave you a little. I gave a little bit. It's a teaser trailer. We'll kind of bounce it back now to the next question. We'll start with Peter. What are you looking forward to the most, without giving anything away, for the next couple of sessions? And this will be applied to all the players as well.
I would say Rhea's secret storyline that I'm working on that might surprise even her.
Nice.
And Theron and Yara have some secrets that are going to play a role coming up. So
That's exciting.
Yes.
Secrets.
Secrets!
Everybody's got secrets.
Yeah. So we'll just hop to you, Rhea. What are you excited for something particular? I don't know how long you're gonna be with
No,
us.
she
You don't have
is.
to give it away.
I guess I'm going to stay here a little bit longer since I have a plot line here.
A secret plot line, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh. Nice.
So it'll be interesting to see how that plays out.
Okay. What about you, Raza?
About secrets?
No, just like what are you looking forward to the most? Like, it could be
That's not-
leveling up.
Oh.
It could be a certain plot point. It could be anything.
Next WrestleMania.
Next session,
When is the next WrestleMania scheduled? I mean, it's not answering your question, but Peter, while we're on the subject, can Illican use these wrestling moves outside the ring? Not the damage, obviously, but like, would he be able to like flavor these
yes,
these attacks?
definitely.
Okay.
Especially now that you've all reached level 2.
Hey.
Wait, let me get
All
to
I
this.
had to
Finally!
All I had to do was faint. That's it.
All
Throw
we're
up
gonna
coffee
do
and
is pick an
faint.
old woman.
I have a good luck charm.
Yeah.
Everybody just leaves to go level up.
Yeah. All right. Bye. Just
Anyway, never mind the
Sorry.
question.
Oh, actually, can I add to the thing that I liked? I know it was the previous question, but
Yeah, that's fine.
Good.
This is.
I
cool.
liked that Theron didn't figure out why his potion disappeared.
That's true.
Oh, we're getting to that. I
Yeah.
just chose to leave it. I just chose to leave it for later because if you when Jen handed it back, I was like, we need to have a talk about this.
Oh
It
no,
was
she gave you hers.
Oh,
She
But
didn't
he
take it
doesn't
from
know
him.
that. He doesn't know
Oh
that.
yeah, we'll still have a talk about it. Okay.
Yeah, he doesn't know. He thinks you.
He's like, did you steal my healing
just take
potion?
Well, now I know what I'm looking forward to.
Penny was too upset with the guard for
That's fair.
that failed roll with the sigil.
Yeah. So yeah, sorry, Raza. What were you saying you were looking forward to in the next couple of sessions?
Well, I guess I guess it'd be interesting to see where we go from here. I know from Illiken's, he doesn't really, this whole thing with Kwan, like it's not really like he's only here because I guess mostly everyone was like trying to bridge the gap with the Goliath, trying to like help them out to give you a mission, and they're gonna do it. He's not really really here for that.
Mhm.
He's trying to see like how is this gonna. The reason he came was because one, Tallulah's coming, and two, where can he go from here, basically.
Oh, okay. So you're kind of looking forward to like your own personal hook more.
Kind of, but it's also it'd be interesting to see how the rest of the party deals with all this intrigue coming up with Tallulah as well. Like,
He just
how's that
wants to
gonna-
do more push-ups.
Yes.
Kill more
I mean,
babies.
I try not to make it about me and Illiken. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes,
Makes sense.
that's also part of it. Yeah, it'd be interesting to see where we all go from here.
What about you, Theron?
I am looking for how all these secrets unfold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How they all tie together and they merge. You know. Now Peter already like, "Oops, my secret's coming in." That's gonna be an interesting thing. Because I've been trying to do a few things around that, so it's actually a pretty cool thing to look forward to.
Yeah. I think it's interesting that some of us have multiple secrets too, so that's gonna get even more stressful and exciting. What about you, Tallulah? Speaking of multiple secrets.
I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah.
And
Don't
some
worry,
not
your
so
secret is
secret.
safe.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what confused Tallulah. She like kissed Illiken in front of everybody. To her, there's not a secret, right? So when he's like, "Oh, your secret's safe with me," she's like, "Which one? And is it one that I need to kill you for?"
I thought he was going to say you're
Very
wearing a
different.
wig or something.
And I was like, which one? And is it one that I need to like threaten you for? But because the real secrets that our DM gave us, Tallulah doesn't know. I know. So those are not the secrets that she was overreacting to. So you guys have noticed so far that Tallulah isn't your typical person, especially now that she's taking you guys through the city, through like the darkest alleys, through the worst parts of the city. This is where she feels in her element. So she's definitely got some shady stuff. That is for sure. I am most looking forward to her finding out why people are after her along with everybody else. Because I No, but I think it will be very interesting to see everybody's reaction to it.
Yeah. That makes sense. That's exciting. I'm excited.
All of you
I'm looking
also
forward to that,
have
too.
surprises coming too.
Yeah. What about
Hopefully good ones.
last but not least, Steph with Yara? What are you looking forward to?
I so far, just based on what's kind of happened, I think she's really curious about, like, I think she's picking up on to like Tallulah has many secrets, and there's one that she's really scared of. And in general, we've all got secrets, and I'm excited to see how Yara's secret unfolds. And I'm actually really interested in this kind of murder investigation that we've got going on. Like, I'm excited for that too.
Yeah. It's interesting. There's a lot of like subplot lines already happening. Cool. So the next 3 questions I have, because we're, about at the halfway point, a little bit more. We'll just do 2 people per question. There's 3 questions, so that works if that's okay.
Sure.
So yeah, the first question, and anyone can pick, or anyone can do it. What drew you to your race and class? Like, why did you want to play this? And anyone can go. There's 2 people per question.
Yara first. I want to hear this.
Yeah. So I like doing weird character combinations, or at least playing a character. I'm not a min-maxer at all, but the concept I had for Yara was I wanted to create a character that what happens if you put somebody who's like, they're a magic user, but their magic is all more psychic. It's not necessarily like offensive.
Mm-hmm.
And to play that kind of character, and I came up with the class combination that I'm going to do. Yes, I will be eventually cross-classing, maybe, if I survive.
If we don't die.
Right. And I like doing interesting cross-classing, and Kalishtar was a completely new race to me. I didn't know anything about it until I was like, what would be an interesting race to play this kind of character, this kind of psychic magic user? And then the more I read about Kalishtar, I was like, ooh, this is really interesting. And that's when I started getting the ideas for her backstory and all of that. And it comes from, my 4 Enneagram, where I'm like, I need to be unique. I need to be interesting.
No, I mean, it works though. It is a super interesting character. I love it.
Yeah, and then the whole idea of she can't talk or won't communicate normally was just like, how can I challenge myself?
Yeah, it's fun. I love it.
It's really fun.
That's actually a pretty cool one.
I also really like that your character asks for consent to speak in someone's mind. I think that's really cool.
Consent is important.
Yeah. That's key. Okay, yeah, if anyone else wants to grab that question too.
So,
Peter, why did you choose your race? Sorry, I'm joking.
Oh, okay.
In my case, actually, I would say my favorite class is the monk. Mostly because of one of my hobbies, which is martial arts. Right? And I love the monk subclasses in that part. But so when doing the preparation for this campaign, and when Peter released the options, I was talking back and forth with Peter about the different class options. This is what's available. Okay, so let me see, what would I like in this option? And ultimately, at the end of the day, one of the coolest things is still a knight, in my opinion. And a knight, the prototypical one, is still the paladin. It's the great symbol of order and and righteousness, and I find that pretty cool. So, but at the same time, I kind of wanted to do a little bit something more available and not something very rare as far as a race. So that's why I stuck with the half elf part. And elves also, some of the elven sides are also, and if you take some of the other different planes, like the Ravnica plane, the elves, especially when you're seeing some of the light ones, they're on the righteousness side, so it actually fits pretty well in that aspect. And I did have an idea of a cross class with a multi-classing, but I don't know if it's gonna be possible to do it. If it's possible, I'll do it, but we'll see if Peter knows my aspect on that, and if not, I may cross class with something else. But at the end of the day, that was like that idea of that righteousness, like who has which of the available classes has that sensation of like I am good personifier.
Yeah. I think paladins are so interesting because they're usually geared towards being this like good class character, but they usually have like a lot of darkness to them. Like personally, I feel like every paladin has that, so super fascinating. Cool.
Yeah.
The next question Peter has to answer because the third one's about being a player, so sorry about that. This is kind of philosophical, but I love this question, so deal with me because I'm hosting the after show. How do you win D&D in your personal opinion for you?
As a DM or as a player or overall?
Just like, yeah, your personal opinion. Like, I feel like everyone gets something different out of D&D. Like, how do you feel like you win when you play D&D?
If everyone has a good time.
Nice.
When you break.
That sums it up. See, I played in a campaign, multiple campaigns where it was all, oh, let's get this perfect, and you had to do things a certain way, and it became more about producing than having fun. And so I got burned out on it, and I went a little while, just played in some games and dragged through what I had to drag through and reduced my workload a little bit until I could get the love back and stuff. And then I decided I was only going to do it for fun. And I have to say, the dungeon run restored a lot of it too. Which
nice.
Is, if you haven't seen the dungeon run, be sure to look up twitch.tv/the dungeon run. And you'll love it. Start with campaign 1 and just watch it all the way through. You won't regret it.
Nice.
I would like to answer this question.
Yeah.
So for me, more almost more than just having fun, making sure everyone's having fun, is the social side of it for me. Like, I am someone who right now can barely leave my house. I can barely do things. And so being able to actually interact with great people and make friends and have that social and like encounters in a way, and even do things that simple things that right now I am not able to experience it through the game.
Mm-hmm.
To me is the most important part. Then comes the fun, obviously, because there are some sessions that we don't necessarily have fun. They're very stressful, but they're not any less great for me.
Yeah.
Personally, because you're in a group, you're having that social interaction. I get a lot. It's one of the things that keeps me going right now. Is having this
energy.
Yeah. So for
Nice.
me, I win just by having people there and interacting and just being able to experience and do things that you'd never be able to otherwise.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's a great answer. And that's the cool thing about D&D is that people get different things from it. You put so many different things into it that you can win in different ways, which is why I like that. I love that question. Cool. So for Zenny and Raza, for the last question, whoever wants to go first, how big are the stakes for your character without giving anything away? And has it already changed since the beginning of the campaign? That's kind of hard for you, Zenny. You just came in. I guess I can answer it as Jem if you want instead.
That was a curveball for her. So, huh?
Yeah.
I mean, I'll go first. I'll give you a bit of time to think about that, Zenny. I'll take
Yeah.
one for the team.
Well, like I said, if you want me to take it as Jem, I can too. Sorry, I didn't even think about it.
Right. Well, all right. So this is the thing. Like, I love playing games full of intrigue and secrets, and like I like to see what the plot kind of like interweaves with it. Illiken's not that kind of character. I love it, but he's just he's not simple. It's more like he got a goal in mind. He's been told, go to Icewind Dale and, tame it in my name. And that's his trial. That's all that's all he cares about. The only exception to that would be Tallulah, because Tallulah's proven herself worthy to him. Very good team. He's got good synergy with her, good chemistry. But at the end of the day, he's just one track kind of mind. Like he's here to do one thing only. So stakes are decently high for him because he's got a big challenge ahead of him. Like this is just the beginning. He's already off to a good start, putting those 3 Goliaths in their place and getting that kind of closure to that. That was just a bonus for him, though. Again, he didn't come for that, but he turned up. He's like, this is a good trial. He's going to thrive. You're smiling upon me. This is like a gift. I will put them in their place. I'll show them that they're weak.
Yeah.
Yeah. As a player, though, the stakes. I want to see how it all goes. Like it could go really south or not. It just depends how the wind blows.
Yeah. I feel like our party already stands upon like the
It's like a
very
knife edge.
thin line. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Zenny, do you want to answer it? I can take it. It's up to you. It's whatever you're comfortable
You
with.
can take it.
Okay.
Thanks.
Yeah, I think for Jem, she had stakes for sure. There was weight on her journey. Being with this group and these people, I think made it a lot more intense. Seeing like death happen consistently at this point, feeling threatened consistently. She's been taken away from comfort, things she knows. There's a lot of weight, which makes, I think you kind of saw her start to crack under pressure today, which was what I wanted to show of her. Just, she's not in an environment she's used to, even though she's constantly trying to be like, I'm friendly and I'm this and I will keep you safe and warm and happy feelings. I'm Jem. Like, it was important to show that she's a 3-dimensional character to me. And so that's why her moments of frustration and anger are, I literally wrote it into the character when I sent it to Peter, being like, she's gonna have some anger problems. So yeah, that's for me, the stakes are very, very high. They're higher already than I thought they would have been at this point in the campaign. But that's it. That's all the questions I had. I appreciate you all answering them and giving phenomenal answers, and for Peter letting me be the host of the Aftershow today. And yeah, you can catch us next week, next Tuesday at the same time, same place. And I believe that you guys have session 0 this week too, or something coming up.
It was last week.
We had
Oh, sorry about that. I'll pass it back to Peter now.
Okay.
So say goodbye.
Tomorrow night we have Legends of Memphis. Sorry.
Memphis.
Mentos.
Legends of Mementos.
Legends of Mementos.
And that will take place on our Discord server. You're welcome to join the gameplay channel and listen in, because it is pretty wild. And that is DM'd by our beautiful Tallulah, Mariana. And then I don't think you have the Friday games this week, correct?
Oh,
Or
I think we
Saturday.
have Forward onto Undeath we don't have the Belvedere games, but we do have our Dragon high level, high stakes campaign.
Speaking of high stakes.
Forward on to Dawn. Sorry.
Horde of the Dragon Queen.
We
That's
don't have it
next
this
week.
week.
We had it last week.
Okay, fine.
It's Forward on to
Okay.
Dawn.
We'll get a
DM'd
calendar.
by
I am gonna be
Arthur
jonesing for some
Illican.
D&D next week. So
Yeah, it's Forward on to Dawn after Memphis is the closest one.
Ooh, we just unlocked a karma card.
Oh
really,
I mean,
no. Oh
what?
yay? Oh no.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
cool.
So next session, let's start with that karma card.
Yeah.
Wait, I think we're only 28% there.
Oh, it just said unlocked karma. Oh,
The
contributed.
unlocked
You
karma
unlock
Skinny,
the karma card.
I
We're
was
not there yet.
testing you. Thanks for joining our after show.
Good night. Bye-bye.
Sorry about that.
That's
So-
okay. Don't scare me because those karma cards are bad. I know what's in them.
They're good too.
Some are good.
So,
Some are good. I remember making one.
So, if you would like to contribute some ideas for future karma cards, you can do that on our Discord channel. We have a karma card channel where you can submit ideas. And if your idea is used, you will get credit for it. So, and I believe that's about it. We're about done. We can all go get some sleep, get some food in our tummies. And Jem and Yara can get drunk again. And I should have had them stagger.
Funny thing is, I do have a bottle of champagne in the fridge. Just saying.
Yeah, for how much Gem drinks, I really need to up my game during the game.
Actually,
Because I've only been playing sober.
so we will see everybody next week on Tuesday or on Discord in the games. Thank you very much for joining us.
Bye. Thanks for letting me host the after show. Woo!